DogWorks Radio is sponsored by Alaska Dog Works. Check out their website at alaskadogworks.com. You can support this podcast on patreon.com/teamaneke.
This episode of the podcast is brought to you by First Paw Coffee Company, specializing in private label premium blend coffee. If you're serious about coffee, you should check it out. First Paw Coffee's passion is high-quality, small-batch roasted coffee. They take the extra time to taste and get everything perfect before they release new blends. They aim to bring you a cup of happiness each time you pour yourself some coffee. Find out more at ak.dog/free and enter for a chance to win some First Paw Coffee prizes, a book from our collection, and tote bag. One winner will be selected at random each month. That's ak.dog/free.
A professional obedience trainer can be a great resource to help your dog improve his behavior. But how do you know when it's time to call one? Dogs and their humans have a special relationship. While that bond usually enriches both human and canine lives alike, it can allow bad behavior to go unnoticed or left unchecked. As alphas of their pack, dog parents have the responsibility to help their dogs be the best citizens possible. And sometimes that means calling upon a professional obedience trainer.
From First Paw Media, sponsored by Alaska Dog Works Professional Canine Training Center in Anchorage, Alaska. This is DogWorks Radio, committed to families and their dogs to build lifelong and fulfilling relationships. Visit our website at dogworksradio.com. Now here are your hosts, Robert and Michele Forto.
Hello and welcome to DogWorks Radio. This is your host, Michele Forto, and I am the lead trainer for Alaska Dog Works. I have been a professional trainer for almost 20 years, and every day I see new clients with their dogs that come to me at the last minute. Many of these dog owners are at wit's end and don't know what to do about their dog's behavior problems. Admittedly, you probably don't need a professional dog trainer to teach your dog how to sit. You can learn that and much more from YouTube, but there are times when you should consult someone like me. At best, untrained dogs can be annoying or inconvenient, but at worst, they can pose a threat to the people, animals, and property around them. However, dog training is often easier said than done, and your own efforts may not be working as well as you'd hoped. If your dog exhibits any or all of the following behaviors, and you are at a loss for how to help him, it may be time to talk to a professional obedience trainer. Aggression. Whether they display animosity to people, other animals, or both, an aggressive dog is a serious issue. Taking your dog outside your home, even just to the backyard, can be a stressful or possibly dangerous experience if they lunge, growl, or bark at every creature in sight. If your dog bites or attacks someone, the consequences can include lawsuits, covering medical fees, or even euthanizing your dog. It doesn't matter whether they react to a child who yanks on their tail or another dog acting aggressively to them. If your dog causes injury, you can be held accountable. If you have trouble preventing or controlling your dog's aggression, talk to an obedience trainer before you and your dog end up in a bad situation. Destructive behavior. If your dog chews on furniture, destroys shoes, or displays any other type of destructive behavior when he's left alone, it may necessitate the need for help from a professional trainer. Of course, not knowing what kind of mess you'll find when you return home is a pain, but this may be indicative of a deeper issue. Destructive behavior is common in dogs who suffer from separation anxiety, don't get enough exercise, or don't have a proper outlet for their play style. While the solution may be simple, like adding another walk to your daily routine, it may also require working to establish boundaries with your dog. An obedience trainer can help teach your dog how to channel his energy in a healthy way. If that doesn't help, talk to your veterinarian to rule out any physical or mental health issues. We're going to take a short break here.
So earlier you learned about First Paw Coffee Company, and now I'm going to tell you about its Tail Wagger Blend. First Paw Coffee Company's Tail Wagger Blend is their first offering, and its name and label were crowdsourced from their Facebook fans. How cool is that? The Tail Wagger Blend is a private label premium blend that was developed just for them. It is a medium roast from Colombian beans with tastes of Brazil nuts, grapefruit, and oak. Be sure to go to ak.dog/free and enter to win a bunch of cool prizes. That's ak.dog/free.
And we're back. Let's continue on about when you should consult a professional dog trainer. Excessive barking. Dogs bark for a multitude of reasons: for attention, to guard their territory, and to greet others. Barking is healthy and natural for dogs. It's their way to use their voice and communicate with their environment. However, pet parents can run into problems when barking becomes incessant or excessive, which can be a sign of other issues such as aggression, compulsion, or fear. Even if you aren't annoyed by the barking, it may not be entirely healthy for your beloved pooch. If your dog barks excessively, it is possible to train him to bark less, though it will take a lot of time, effort, and planning. The longer your dog has been barking, the longer it will take to correct the behavior. Recent research has found that older dogs can still learn new tricks, but not as quickly as younger ones. Meeting with a professional obedience trainer to learn specific strategies to address barking can help set you up for long-term success. Leash pulling. Because it's something that many pet parents encounter, it's easy to underestimate the seriousness of leash pulling. Inexperienced owners may even think it's a cute indication that their dog is excited on walks. However, every time your dog pulls on a leash and you don't correct him, he'll think it's an acceptable behavior. This can make walks uncomfortable for dog and owner alike. Teaching your dog how to walk nicely on a loose leash can be a challenge, but it's much more manageable with the help of an experienced obedience trainer, especially if you aren't sure where to start. Ignoring commands. Just like people, sometimes your dog will completely ignore what you're saying. There are a variety of reasons why he might do this, such as overpowering distractions, inconsistencies with training, or simply not understanding a command. Oftentimes, being ignored by your dog is more inconvenient than anything else, but in certain situations, being unable to control your dog puts everyone around you, including your pooch, in danger. Formal obedience training can help you learn to communicate effectively with your dog so they always know what to do when you issue a command. It can be hard to admit that your dog needs more help than you can give them, but that doesn't mean you failed as a dog parent. It simply means you care enough about your dog to get him the help he needs. If you are experiencing any of these problems with your dog, I urge you to give us a call today. Please check us out on our social channels by searching DogWorks Radio, and you can find training advice and more info on our programs at alaskadogworks.com. See you next time.
This episode of the podcast is sponsored by First Paw Coffee Company. Learn more at firstpaw.coffee.
From First Paw Media, this is DogWorks Radio. We hope you enjoyed this podcast, and we invite you to subscribe in Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Stitcher, or wherever you get your podcasts. You'll find a link on the episode notes. You can tap or swipe on the episode cover art, and you'll see some offers from our sponsors. You can support our show by supporting them. If you like what you have heard, we would love it if you could give us a 5-star rating and tell your friends how to subscribe too. Your hosts are Robert and Michele Forto. Our producer is Robert Forto and created for First Paw Media. Did you know that Alaska Dog Works trains service dogs for those in need throughout North America? Each and every service dog that is trained through the Lead Dog Service Dog Program and Michele Forto and her team has an individual training plan. We train for autistic, mobility, psychiatric, and PTSD for our soldiers for service work. If you know of someone that may need a service dog, please take a moment and check out Alaska Dog Works on social media and at alaskadogworks.com.